Hey, here we go, guys. DC1983, your gaming tech. This is Need for Speed Most Wanted Vita, my review. Alright, guys, so Need for Speed Most Wanted Vita is the most highly anticipated racer to come to the handheld. It's basically because Criterion went ahead and said this is going to be a complete spitting image port of the console version with a slight midging of things missing. A slight midging of things missing. The game itself was given to us as a full port, down to your nook and cranny, your cracks on the road, dirt patches in the road, every single jump, every single sign you find, every turn on the corner, sidewalks, crack in the sidewalks, missing sidewalks, your car damages, down to customization. Everything is there. There is nothing missing other than your slight visual down and your the amount of traffic in game. What I mean by amount of traffic in game, I'm talking about highway traffic, the amount of cars on the streets, which there's still tons of cars where you turn left and right. There's cars everywhere to crash into. Every single thing can make you basically crash. Now, other than that, the game itself is an amazing game. Criterion is basically, this is a burnout slash Need for Speed. What I mean by that is customization in the game is a lot different what you're used to in Need for Speed Carbon, Most Wanted, you name it. Any Need for Speed game where you had customization down to the T, down to the light underneath your car, this has changed. To get your customization, you have to finish each races. For each car you unlock or you find, you have to do races for those cars. Each car has a series of races that you unlock from opening your little tool up top by hitting your right directional pad. You basically go to the destination of each race. You finish the race in first place, and you get each customizable part, down from tires, suspension, body kit, chassis, and turbo and boost. Once you unlock those things, you basically make your car a lot faster. Only problem is there is no significant change to the actual car when you're changing your body kit. Once your body kit is changed, the car still looks exactly the same. There's no change. The only noticeable change you see is car damage to the car and your actual paint jobs. Or if you burn out for too long, your tires will burst, and that's about it. If you hit the spikes, that's about it. You really don't see much of a change to the car when it comes down to customization. There's no changing your brakes or anything like that, which is one of the main gripes. Now, the main feature or the storyline of the game is to be the #1 racer. To be the #1 racer, you have to complete races and collect points. To collect points, you have to finish each race or do a series of events, whether it's messing with the police, getting the most highest wanted level. For each wanted level you unlock a different series of police cars, and police cars are harder, and the longer you last and the more property you damage, you get more points. And you basically get a different series of police cars. You get Camaros, you get Chargers, you get SWAT cars, you get the Rhino car, which basically hits you once and the car is crashed, which is basically the SWAT, and the big 4x4 four-wheeler that just really just completely obliterates you. So you collect points, and then you basically rate the most wanted guy. Once you beat the most wanted guy, you collect his car and collect more points, and keep on going up your tower to be the #1 racer, which is also the same thing online, being the #1 racer online. But that's basically how you do it when you're playing online. You have to basically collect more points, whether it be crashing through gates, doing a series of races, or getting speedway points by going through your speed traps the fastest you can, and you collect points by doing that, or taking down people when you're playing online. Now, the biggest gripe that most people have with playing online is comparing it to console to handheld. Comparing it to console and handheld, guess what the only difference is? There is no difference. The only difference is the amount of players you play online. Other than that, you still have your same open world environment. You have your same meetups. You have your same tracks, speedway courses, your same online matches. Everything. Everything is down to the T. Criterion did a perfect job by porting this game, and it can only get better with the way they mess with their engine and just how better games look later on down the line. That's usually how it is with consoles. A new console takes a while before it puts out its best material because the developers get to play with it more. Now, with online, you get to play with teams online depending on the races you play with. With teams, it's up to 2 on 2, being that it's the Vita, you only get four players online. Once you finish your race, whether it be a sprint, whether it be a drift, whether it be takedowns, whether it be police chases, whether it be most wanted runaways, once your team finishes, you can basically go back and knock the next guy down to make sure your other teammates win, and you collect points by doing that. Now, playing online, you still get your open world environment, and everything is still the same. Now, compared to your console version, you get up to 4 players online, while the PS3 and PC gives you 8 to 12 players, and that's the only difference. Everything else is exactly the same. The only other issue I have is communicating with players. There's no voice chat to connect with players. The only way you could connect with players, being that it's on a Vita, is create a party room. Most of the guys you play with, if they're friends, you get them on there in the party room and you talk to them there. But you unlock mods. Once you basically click a public game, you join someone else's game. So if you have all of your cars unlocked in the public game, you won't get those cars. You only get the cars to the person that's hosting. So if the person that's hosting only has like 2 of your fastest car, maybe the Ferrari F-150, or the Focus, the Ford Focus, or your Dodge SRT. It all depends on what he has. So hosting your own game would probably be the best thing for you, unless you're playing with someone that has everything unlocked themselves. You basically collect points in the online mode to be the #1 player. You can also change cars in the middle of racing on your multiplayer. While you change cars in the middle of multiplayer, you can continue to drive while changing your car, which is also a bad thing. Let's say if you're taking a sharp corner and you're turning your car is still is being suspended in time while you're still changing the car, while you see your beautiful little animations playing, and you can crash. But on your single player, you basically have to go to the destination, or you could jump to the car, which switches you from area to area. So playing online for Need for Speed Most Wanted is amazing. There's no difference. It's just communicating with people, and that's basically it. Other than that, there is no difference to the console version. It literally isn't. So I would definitely give this game an 8 out of 10 for it being in its own genre, comparing itself to any other racer that came to the Vita itself. The Vita version of Need for Speed Most Wanted is a must-have if you want to play with racers online. Again, this is DC19 through your gaming tech. Go ahead and leave your comments, guys, and have fun.